Hello everybody, I am Brooke and my business is the Junk Parlor. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are gonna go to Thrifty Flea Market. Basically, it's a small shop. It's an indoor flea market, just like the name. Most of the stuff in the store is gonna be the owner Gary's, but he does have a few vendors and everybody has kind of like a shelf section. Gary buys estates, and the last couple times I've went, he's had some really good estates. I didn't buy so much the last time, but this time I spent a couple $100. So I'll tell you what I spent on each item, but just know that today's haul was like $200. Now I'm gonna take you with me to Gary's, although Gary has the radio up pretty loud. So I'm just gonna do a voiceover, and I didn't record a whole lot while I was shopping initially because I didn't think I was gonna buy anything, and then I ended up buying a lot, and so then I shot some video because there was still a ton of stuff that was great, that I liked, that I could have bought, but I tried to contain myself and be a little bit selective because I'd already spent $200 in just a short amount of time. So I'm gonna show you what I picked up at the end of the video, and then everything that I have picked up today will be listed over at thejunkparlor.com. It's a new thing I'm doing in 2025. When a video goes live, the things I pick up that are for sale are going to be listed on my website for you to shop. Okay, let's check out Gary's place, the Thrifty Flea Market.
I don't know if some big collector passed away in the area, but so many dealers have had moths framed, butterflies framed, insects framed. I've been seeing these all over the place, and Gary had some really cool ones. You can't go wrong with drawer pieces, and this spool cabinet is no different. The handles have been tweaked a little bit. They look like they're probably original, but I don't know, like how far it comes off of the drawer is different. I've only sold a few like games, arcade things like this over the years, but I thought this shooting one was really neat. And whoever had this estate, they have so many awesome brass side tables. I will show you a few. And then help me out. What is this called? Chinoiserie? Please tell me down in the comments. But there were a lot of pieces, and at this point, a few of them had already sold. There's always a lot of brass at Thrifty Flea Market, but all of this stuff, like in this section on this table, is new from the estate. So many good things to look over and really priced well. Anything that is a riser, like these bamboo little feet, sells well. And then this piece kind of looks like a spaceship. Not really sure what it's for, but I love the green coloring on it, green-blue with the brass. It's just a good combination. Lots of animals in brass always. This time, some unique ones he has is the dolphin, and then there was another one that somebody already picked up, but now I can't remember what kind of animal it was. I had all of these ashtrays stacked up in my pile, and then I changed my mind. They're all like $3.50 each, which is a great price. I think like where the ashes were would clean up really well. But in the end, I just decided to leave it, although I do think they would be fun just to put like trinkets or jewelry or change. Tell me down in the comments, what do you think? This ice bucket, I really liked it. I'm always looking for things for my bar. And these salt and pepper shakers, you can really do some good repurposing with them. So one thing you can do is use them to display your hat pins. And then you can also just take some wire, twist it up, and then slide in postcards or pictures and have it be a repurposed picture holder. These candle holders were so cool. They look hand forged. I think they were $20, $25 each. Look how tall they are. And then the Last Supper in this like hammered copper. I think actually he has two of them in the store. This one is the smaller one. Are you seeing how big this brass deer is? It's huge. It's been here a while. It is pretty high priced, but I've never seen one before. The coloring on this bust is gorgeous for $50. And here's another one of those brass side tables that I said this lady must have had, such cool taste. And here is another one. This one is $125. Right before Christmas, I was picking up a lot of these blue stoneware bowls for my mom. This one's a great price at $15. Has a little flaw there, but I decided I'm not really sure if she wants more of the same thing. And me and green in this ribbed bowl, I think it maybe used to be $65 and now it's marked down to $45. And you really never know what you're going to find at Thrifty Flea Market. He has a little bit of everything. What is this piece? It's like rubber on the bottom, so I don't think it's a meat tenderizer, but you could repurpose it and put something up here on the block. Use it as a riser in the kitchen. I think this pan is pewter. The back says P, so I think that's probably saying pewter. I have bought and sold a lot of clothespin baskets over the years. This one is $20, but it does have the newer clothespins in it. This gold clock for $50 is awesome. I think it came in with one of the last estates, same with this coffee table. It's amazing. You're going to find a little bit of everything here. For example, you have some nice dressers with a dorm fridge in the middle. Here's everything that I grabbed on the counter, and while I was at the counter, I noticed this jewelry box and these owl necklaces. This one is amazing. There is some mesh stuff here on the back, and I'm not really sure if that was just so it didn't snag on clothing or if some repairs had been made. This one is pretty cool too. And he has $20 on each little section here in the jewelry box. So some of them you're getting more than one piece. I like this turquoise owl as well, but I think that first one is my absolute favorite.
So Gary's shop is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday each week. And obviously, because he's only open on the weekend, he's bringing new stuff in when he's not open. Over the years, I have gone every single week and found things most of the time. So it's definitely a place that you could go every week. Now, whenever I go around thrifting, antiquing, to a flea market, whatever it may be, I always put the places that I visit down in the description so that you can get addresses and shop there yourself. Any videos that I mention or a link to my website, those things you can all find down in the description as well. You basically just click the name, Brooke Johnson, the Junk Parlor, and it's going to give you a more option, and you're going to have a lot of text that is the description, okay? So let's go ahead. The first thing that I saw, sometimes he does a video where he shows you some of the new things that are coming into the store because he has pickers, I think. And so he will line things up in the hallway, in his aisles when they first come in, before he's priced anything. And this drawer set, cabinet, piece, whatever you want to call it, caught my eye. I asked him how much it was. It was $40. So this piece right here is the whole reason that I made sure to go on Thursday. And he sold it to me for $40, although he did have it priced at $50 when I got there, but he kept his word or whatever and sold it to me at $40. The top of this is just really neat. It's like a thick dovetail. I don't even know what you call it. Maybe it's still called dovetail, even though it's really fat. So it is nicely put together. The porcelain knobs on it, the skinny drawers. I mean, anything that's a drawer, I just love. Skinny, I think, makes it a little bit harder in the bathroom and put your makeup brushes, mascara, lipstick, that kind of stuff in there. And then I did not even look inside, although he said there was things inside. I think during the video he did share, he pulled open the drawer and I did see that there was some kind of record book in there. This pretty much fits in there perfectly, so you can see that the drawers really aren't that deep. This has some 1944 text in it, but basically it is empty. And then I know, gosh, everything must be jammed in here. I know Gary said there were some nice cigars, not cigars, pipes. So there are some pipes in here. Kind of cool, looks hand carved possibly, although there's two of them in the same pattern, so then I'm gonna say they're not. But they've got some tips in here too, the straight and the curved. My great uncle used to smoke a pipe. So when we'd get together for like Thanksgiving and Christmas, I honestly loved it because I loved the smell. I know that might be weird. There's an old ladder in here and some index card dividers. So that stuff will all get taken out and separated. I will be keeping the drawer set, at least temporarily. I think I have a couple little drawer sets or cubbies already listed on the website, but don't hold me to that. What happens a lot of times is I buy a drawer piece, keep it for a while, and then eventually swap it out for something different. Now, on a little drawer piece like this, on a dresser, a cabinet, literally anything, be sure to pull the drawers out all the way because like, hey, this little paper was stuck back there. It could have been a $100 bill, you know, well, that would have been exciting. But you never know. Lots of times things just get pushed out and behind. Oh, it's an old envelope. And, you know, sometimes you find some treasures that way. So this says 1963 series United States note $5 bill red seal. That's like in the return address section. So I have no idea why that would be there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the drawer piece is a keeper. He had a ton of brass and copper stuff. This is a little basket. The handle does fold down, and I just thought it was cute. It was $4. Then we got this pitcher. It might be brass also, but it definitely has more of a copper tone to it when it discolored. What's it say? Yeah, it says solid brass made in India. So this pitcher was $5, but I really like how it discolored, kind of more of a tan color, maybe you would describe it. Then I got this beautiful ashtray, and there were two of them. I only got one, and I actually met a girl who does a lot of selling on Facebook Marketplace. She had this up by the time I got home for $55. It was 8 at Gary's, and it does have some numbers on it, 107 something pose. I don't know. I'll have to study on it a little bit more, but you can kind of see the stamped bottom there. But beautiful kind of little cupids maybe for the ashtray, which ashtrays, who cares? You can put your jewelry in there when you're washing dishes or going to bed, or have that hold your coins. Or I was fixing a quilt the other day, and I'm like, I don't know where to put my needle because I'm going to lay it down on this big surface and lose it. So I actually stuck it into my Kleenex box, but you could do something like that. This little etched bowl is $2. And I think that I have this one here, and I thought there was there's another one down here. This one is kind of like a smaller version of it. And I thought, oh, well, I might just like change the listing on the website and do a grouping of 3. But for $2, there is a little dent there, but again, put your crap in it. And then a couple other ashtrays that I went ahead and got. This one has the seahorse on it, and we have a crab. So I don't know, a crab is a astrology sign. Is a seahorse? I don't know. These say something Dag, made in Israel, and they were $3.50 each. And I just really liked them. Again, just for a collect-all. And then we have these little ducks the red on them, I don't know why that got added, but I thought these little things were cute. There's my receipt. And then I got a rosary. He had them hanging with his necklaces, and actually, I don't see that this one doesn't even have a cross on it. I wonder if it fell off. We'll have to pay attention as we're going through our stuff, because I feel like it would have had a cross on it or I would not have gotten it. But Gary and I were really struggling doing our math, so it took us like 10 attempts to figure out how much I owed him. This is a beautiful brass planter. It was $3.50, says made in India at the bottom, but I loved that. Another brass planter. This one I thought was very unique. One, I mean, the shape is unique, but the handles here are elephants. It is $10. Still no cross. Some other brass things I got were these little swans. And they're kind of like the baby swans to that big giant swan that I've had on my kitchen island. Now I have it in the guest bedroom. But these guys were $10 each. So a little pricey, but I thought, hey, if I get stuck with them, I can just put them with the mama. This is a big, heavy candelabra. I just love the twistiness here. I've had one very similar to this that I sold, I don't know, over $100. I think it was older, and it also had these like, see how this one kind of has a, I don't even know, like a, is it a wax catcher, dripper catcher? But it had, the other one I had like plugs, so they kind of look like a finial that went in. And it was gorgeous. It was a little more, I don't know if it was petite. It was a little more petite, I guess I would explain it. More dainty. This one seems more substantial, which makes me feel like it's newer. The bottom says GM Co. And then it has like an anchor on it with EPA. So we'll have to do some research on it, but this was $15. I wasn't sure about these goats, but that Facebook girl that I met, she said she loved them. She made a comment to me about them. You've got a boy and a girl, boy, and then her udder, girl, and they were $5 each. They're pretty big. I think they're well done. It's kind of like my kids and myself, we really liked the Billy Goat's Gruff book growing up. Kind of makes me think of them. So anything animals and wood obviously is going to entice me. I've been sharing over on Instagram, I finally tackled a crazy quilt that they had like secured down with blue puffy yarn and made all these little puff balls like every 3 inches, which does not match the fabric on the crazy quilt at all whatsoever. Been sitting in my to-do project for like 6 months. Finally got that tackled on a snow day. But I really try not to buy projects because I have enough things that I set down and then don't do anything with, that don't even need anything done with. I just don't get them listed online or into the house, into the decor. So I try not to buy projects. Definitely different at this stage in my business than when I first started. When I first started, I pretty much only bought projects. This is a project, but I decided it was worth it. So you see that inlay and dirt. So I examined it, and I feel like taking the glass off is not going to be super, super hard. There are a bunch of little screws here, little flathead screws, but they're all visible, so I don't think they're stripped. They're not covered up. So hopefully I can easily get the back off to clean the glass because this inlay tray is gorgeous. If you've done any decorating videos with me, especially my built-ins, then you know I am addicted to mirrors. This arched one is really, really good in my style, although the stain is ugly. So, kind of going back to projects, but I would put this on display anyway because I like to layer them. But eventually when it's summertime and I have like some other things that need stripped, because I'm also definitely a batch person, like an assembly line. So if I need to strip one thing, I might as well find everything that I need to strip and strip everything, you know, refinish, paint, whatever I'm doing all at once. So this will get hung somewhere, not listed on the website. I hate shipping mirrors. And then eventually I will strip the wood. It looks like maybe it was painted and then somebody painted brown over the top of it. Maybe it was $55. Looks like there's $55 written in pencil there. But I want to take this down either to raw wood or I would do a dark stain on it. But I love arched mirrors. This was $5. This is even bigger than that mirror. It is a tray. I mean, look at how big it is. It's my whole torso. It's wider than I am. It has feet on it, which I love. It has handles on it, and really it is in good condition. I don't remember if it was marked. Just at a glance, I'm not seeing a maker's mark on it, which doesn't really matter to me, but it was $10. So like if you had a if you had a coffee table, if you had an ottoman that you're using for a coffee table, but you wanted to have, you know, a spot to put your glass or to make a little vignette, this is perfect for that. You know me and champagne buckets. This one is a nice one. A lot of the ones I have up on my mantle are actually etched. They were trophies. And this I got for $10. The trophy I might actually keep. Then look at this little ice bucket. It even has a shield on it. I think that is awesome, and I just love the wood detail. It is pretty petite, which I'm not sure why. Would there have been something that looks like stoneware in the inside? Sometimes it's glass. I think it says 8P on the bottom. I don't know what that means, but maybe an auction number. But I bought a bunch of barware stuff and then I've never actually set up a barware. So I'm not sure if I will keep this or sell it. I just thought it was so cute. More things for the barware. This is a silver plate wine bottle holder, a double. I don't see any marking on that. So I think what, your ice went in the middle? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm just guessing. And then your bottles went on the side. This was $20, so it was a little bit more than I would think that I would spend on it. But again, thinking if I ever do set up a bar, this would be cool to have on it. And I am so disappointed because the rosary did not have a cross on it. I'm gonna have to ask Gary about that. This is a cross though. It looks like a silver plate cross, probably newer, but I liked it. It's $5. It was just very simple. And I do have some crucifixes that I have not listed on the website. I haven't hung. I tend to pick them up, although I'm pretty picky on what I pick up. If you've seen me recently, I found a bunch at the thrift store and I debated on picking them up, but I just didn't do it. But this cross I really liked. Okay, so that's everything that I picked up from Gary's, AKA Thrifty Flea Market this week. I was very happy with my haul. Some things will be keepers, but the rest will be over at thejunkparlor.com. I hope you enjoyed going shopping with me today and seeing what I actually picked out to bring home. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to click that subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notified the next time a video comes out. And until then, I'll see you later.